ghost in the block.
Ghost in the rain.
Ghost on the block. Every face a name.
Every face a name.
Ghost on the block. The saints walk slow.
The saints walk slow.
Ghost on the block. I see the souls glow. Yeah. I swear I saw my homie Tony at the corner of the lot, leaning on the street light in the same Raiders jacket he got. I blinked and he was nothing but a shadow on the wall. A neighborhood of phantoms answering when I call. Mrs. Calloway swear she hear her son tap the screen door every rainy Tuesday like he never left the flow. The city built on bones the politicians won't admit. Every murdered teenage, another brick we never lit. The ghosts ain't scary, the ghosts of family in disguise. The ghosts of everybody we let leave without goodbyes. I walk the boulevard with the spirits at my back. Every alley is a vigil with a candlelit track. Ghost on the block,
a city full of ghosts.
every street light a halo for the brothers we miss most. Ghost on the block,
I see the saints today.
the city full of angels,
and we just look away.
Lil Lullaby used to sing on the back porch every June, voice like a sparrow flying past the autumn moon. Gangsters at the cookout used to hush when she would sing. Her mama said her voice could make a deacon take a wing. She was caught by a stray, the news called it a tragedy. The block knew it was prophecy, refused by the agency. Now on summer nights when the wind blow just right, I swear I hear her humming from the alley out of sight. The ghosts are not haunting, the ghosts are reminding us that the city been planting names long before the bust. That the asphalt is a graveyard that developers paved. That every gentrified storefront is a story we forgave. Ghost on the block, ghost in the rain.
Ghost on the block.
Ghost on the block, every face a name.
Every face a name.
Ghost on the block, the saints walk slow.
The saints walk slow.
Ghost on the block, I see the souls glow. Yeah, this ain't a horror movie, this a hymn for the unburied. This a litany for everybody whose memory we marry. My Uncle Marvin whistling on the staircase late at night. My Auntie Glow cooking gumbo when the kitchen ain't bright. The spirits are the only audit the city ever felt. They count the names, they count the years, they count the prison bail. They count the babies that the ambulance refused. They count the elders that the hospital abused. Ghost on the block, the bookkeeper of the streets. Every shadow keeping legends of incomplete defeats. When I die, I'ma walk these blocks the same as them. A quiet witness for the next ones threatening through the air. Ghost on the block,
the city full of ghosts.
every street light a halo for the brothers we miss most. Ghost on the block,
I see the saints today.
the city full of angels,
and we just look away.
Ghost on the block,
The saints still here,
walking with us, whispering in the rear.
Ghost on the block.
I bow to the unseen,
The city of the angels.
the city in between. Yeah. The city sleep with the concrete preach. Listen close to what the street lights teach. This is the prophecy, this is the truth. This is the vision they hand to the youth. Concrete prophecy, written in blood. Concrete prophecy, rising from the mud. Concrete prophecy, the gospel of the streets. Concrete prophecy, the rhythm of the heartbeats. I was born in a war where the doctors don't smile. Mama working 2 jobs, hadn't seen her in a while. Daddy was a ghost in the stories of the hallway. Brother caught a stray when I was learning how to crawl. See, education was the bus stop. Lessons in the dark, heard the echo of the gunshots ringing through the park. 12 years old, I was running with the older crew. Sold a vow, sold a dream, didn't know what I was supposed to do. Reverend on the corner with the Bible in his hand, said the city was a desert, said we standing on the sand. But the sand was made of memories of brothers we had lost. Every grain of soldier paying the ultimate cost. I was 19 when I first held the microphone. Felt the weight of every voice that the streets had postponed. Now I'm telling the prophecy. The concrete made me know this ain't a song. This is the gospel of the soul. Concrete prophecy. Listen to the walls. Every brick a witness. Every alley calls. We the children of the asphalt. We the seeds of pain. We the prophets they ignored when we cried in the rain. I seen mothers bury sons on a Tuesday afternoon. I seen sisters paint the murals by the light of the moon. I seen old men with the wisdom but no platform to speak. I seen babies carry weapons in their backpacks at week. The system call us criminal, the system call us thug, but the system planted poison in the ground, we had to dig. Every law was written by a hand and never bled. Every prison built on bones of the unmarked dead. But we still rise, we still pray, we still build, we still love. We the diamonds in the rough that they've been crushing from above. You can take the body but the spirit stay alive. Like the seed in the concrete, we gon' find a way to thrive. This is the prophecy, this is the proclamation. This the West Coast voice of an entire generation. The mic is my pulpit, the streets on my page. Every word a revolution, every line a sacred stage.
Concrete prophecy,
Written in blood,
concrete prophecy,
rising from the mud.
concrete prophecy,
The gospel of the streets,
concrete prophecy.
the rhythm of the heartbeat. They will say we glorify what they couldn't understand. They will twist our testimony, they will edit our stand. But the truth is in the rhythm, the truth is in the pain. The truth is in the names of the brothers we sustain. I dedicate this prophecy to the mothers in the projects, to the grandmas at the funerals who never get the respect, to the kids in the foster system writing poems on the wall, to the dreamers in the ghetto that the world cannot stall, to the cousins doing time for the choice they couldn't make, to the heroes on the block that never got to see a break. If the concrete can remember, then the city can be healed. If the voice can reach the broken, then the wound can be revealed. So I stand for everybody that the headlines left behind. Every prayer in the stairwell, every purpose intertwined. This is not the end, this is where we start. Concrete prophecy, carved deep into the heart.
Concrete prophecy,
We still here,
concrete prophecy,
loud and clear.
concrete prophecy.
From the dust we yeah. 4 a.m. the helicopter spotlight on the lawn. Mrs. Adams praying that her grandson ain't gone. The scanner on the porch, the radio crackling fear. Another body chalk outline, another disappeared. I've been awake since midnight, writing what the city say. Every siren is a hymn for a brother gone astray. The corner store still open with the buzzer on the door. Little Tony stocking shelves at 14, we deserve more. The news say it's contained, the news say it's a phase. But the funeral home down the block running double days. Auntie Carmen with the candles by the broken street light, lighting up the names of children who couldn't see the night. This is the wake-up call, this is the alarm for the suburbs that pretend we ain't suffering harm. Westside, Eastside, every side of the line. The wake-up call been ringing through the smoke and the signs. Westside wake-up call, sirens at the door. Westside wake-up call, blood on the floor. Westside wake-up call, can you hear the bell? Westside wake-up call, every soul they fed. The building condos where my Aguilita used to live, raising rents on families with no margin to give. Calling it revival, calling it the new wave. But the only thing they reviving is the hoe that we saved. Mr. Davis ran the barbershop for 38 years. Closed the last December, cried away to tears. They replaced him with a coffee shop, $8 for a cup. Nobody from the old block can afford to look up. This is gentrified erasure, this is digital theft. This is the wake-up call to everything we got left. Gather up the elders, gather up the youth. Build a wall around the block of unconditional truth. We ain't going nowhere, we ain't selling the land. This is the wake-up call, this is the final stand. I ain't whispering no more, I'm screaming through the page. Every line a megaphone, every verse a stage. If the radio won't play it, I spit it on the porch. If the world won't listen, I be holding up the torch. Grandma Lewis at the window with the rosary tight, praying for the neighborhood, she watched her grow up at night. I promise her tonight, on the breath that I exhale, I'ma be the wake-up call when the system fails.
Westside wake-up call,
Sirens at the door,
Westside wake-up call,
blood on the floor.
Westside wake-up call,
Can you hear the bell?
Westside wake-up call,
Every soul they fell. No more sleeping on it, no more turning away, no more pretending tomorrow, gonna fix today. Wake the city up, wake the country up too.
Westside wake-up call.
The alarm is overdue. mama's tears. Oh, yeah. This one for mama, the queen of my universe. The woman who carried me before I learned to curse. She worked the graveyard shift at the laundromat down the street. Came home with her hands cracked and the rent never complete. Made us scrambled eggs at sunrise. Never let her see her cry. Kept the tears inside the Bible underneath the bedside light. She walked me to the school door every morning till the 8th. Whispered prayers across my forehead in a voice so small and fake. Mama's tears, the river that raised me. Mama's tears, the ocean that saved me. Mama's tears fell silent on my crib. Yeah, yeah. Mama's tears, the love I couldn't give back to me. She never asked for nothing, never asked for credit due, never wanted recognition, never wanted public view. Just a quiet little garden where her babies could grow tall. Just a Sunday afternoon where she could rest against the wall. I saw her on the bus stop with a grocery bag full. Waited till she got home before I helped her with the pool. She scolded me for spending money on the things she didn't need. Then she hugged me and she whispered, baby, you are all my creed. Mama's tears, the river that raised me. Mama's tears, the ocean that saved me. Mama's tears fell silent on my crib. Mama's tears, the love I couldn't give back amid. I talk to her on Sundays, I drive home for the food. She still cooks like an army's coming, no matter what the mood. She asked me about the songs I write, she asked me about the road. I tell her about the cities and the heavy verbal load. She smiled and she nodded, she poured another cup of tea. Then she asked me if I'm eating, then she asked me if I'm free. If I never make another song, never see another stage. Let this be the testament that lives beyond my age. Mama, mama, can you hear me when I write? Mama, mama, you the only star in my night. Mama, every line I rhyme, every breath I sing. Mama, every blessing in my life is from your wing. Mama's tears, the river that raised me. Mama's tears, the ocean that saved me. Mama's tears fell silent on my crib. Mama's tears, the love I couldn't give back amid. Mama's tears. Mama's tears. This is for you, mama. This song is your throne. Mama's tears built me. Every brick, every stone. Yeah. Streets don't sleep. Streets don't. Yeah. 3 a.m. the avenue alive with shadows in the stink. The corner store neon humming like a fever dream. Little Marcus on the bench with the headphones twisted tight. He ain't home cause home is louder than the buses in the night. Mrs. Pam counting cans by the dumpster on the curb. 15 years of recycling, never said a single word. A cruiser idle at the light. The windows tinted black. Everybody hold their breath to the engine, pull on back. The streets don't sleep, they bleed, they breathe, they keep the score. Every cigarette a story, every shadow knows the door. I've been walking these blocks since the day I learned to lace place. Got a million silent witnesses tattooed across my face. The streets don't sleep, the streets don't lie. Every alley got a heartbeat, every heart got a why. The streets don't sleep, the streets remember. Every face that came through summer, every soul gone in December. 4 a.m. I see the bus boy walking back from the hotel kitchen, apron in his backpack. Dreams of his abuela and his mission. He not at the deacon sweeping in front of the storefront church. Deacon not back, no words, just a universal lurch. A siren 3 streets over. Somebody's grandma start to pray. Somebody's mama on the cell phone trying to keep the night at bay. The asphalt hold their heat like a memory of the day. Everything I love and fear is woven through this clay. The streets don't sleep. They hum the song the system never wrote. For the workers, for the wanderers, for the soul without the boat. I was raised between these corners, I was made between these lights. Every score I carry forward came from blessing every night. The streets don't sleep, the streets don't lie. Every alley got a heartbeat, every heart got a why. The streets don't sleep, the streets remember. Every face that came through summer, every soul gone in December. 5 a.m. the bakery light, flicker on the ovens warm. Mr. Ray is needing masa for the breakfast burrito. Storm a cab driver in the hijab, parked across the lot, reading scripture on the phone before the Russian clients caught. The sky turning pink behind the antenna of the steeple. A kid with a busted skateboard greeting all the people. The streets don't sleep, they pass the torch from Mal to Lark. Every shift a chapter, every face a little spark. I write this for the sleepless, I write this for the scene. For the auntie at the bus stop, for the kid with the canteen. The city you've been told about, the headlines you've been fed. Don't live in the same time zone as the streets that raise me bad. The streets don't sleep, cause the streets are us, awake and alive. While the towers downtown count their dollars from the dive. Streets don't sleep, streets don't sleep. Every breath a verse, the city thinks. Streets don't sleep, streets don't fold. Every story made of platinum, never gold. 6 a.m. to sunrise, painting rooftops, mango red, the night shift, kissing daylight at the crosswalk where they tread the day shift. Nodding back, a quiet pack between the two. We keep this city living. We the only thing that's true. The streets don't sleep. They pass me down a sermon I can preach. Every line a lighthouse for whichever soul I reach. If you out there in the silence and the world feel like a stone, know the streets remember you. You ain't walking it alone. The streets don't sleep, the streets don't lie. Every alley got a heartbeat, every heart got a why. The streets don't sleep, the streets remember. Every face that came through summer, every soul gone in December. Streets don't sleep. Streets don't sleep. Streets so close. It's the city of the wake of the lows and bros. Close your eyes, little brother. Let the iron heart sleep. This lullaby for the warriors with secrets too deep. Big cousin Trey kept a pistol underneath the mattress spring. Nobody knew we wrote poetry on the back. Everything he gave me his composition book. The summer he turned 20. Folded pages, broken pen marks, every line a century. He wrote about a garden where the bullets never grew. Wrote about a mama who could finally sleep through. Wrote about a city where the ambulance ain't fast, cause every block already healed before the trauma even cast. I was 12 when they came for him outside the laundromat. Neighbors saw the body, nobody seemed to act. I took his composition book, I never gave it back. Now I read it to my son when the world feel like a crack. Iron heart lullaby, sleep now, breathe slow. It's the song the soldiers sing when nobody knows. Iron heart lullaby, lay your weapon down, close your eyes, little brother. Take off the iron crown. My Uncle Ray came home from the desert, war broke open. Wouldn't talk about the things he carried, things he left unspoken. He sat on the porch every evening with the radio low, humming melodies my grandma used to sing soft and slow. He kept a journal in the shoebox underneath his bed, drawings of the buddies that he buried in his head. I found it when he passed, and I read every page through. A gentle giant grieving in handwriting, tight and blue. He wrote a lullaby for himself, the kind of child should hear. A prayer for the soldier who can't admit defeat. tonight I borrow that lullaby and pass it through the song for every iron-hearted brother who been silent for too long. Iron-heart lullaby, sleep now, breathe slow. This the song the soldiers sing when nobody knows. Iron-heart lullaby, lay your weapon down, close your eyes, little brother. Take off the iron crown. You ain't weak for crying. You ain't soft for the tear. The armor you've been wearing was a gift of survival here. But the night is long enough to take the armor off. Let the iron heart breathe in the silence of the law. Mama always said the toughest men she knew had a softness underneath the storm that nobody could undo. Sleep now, sleep now. Iron heart, sleep now. The city watching over you, the moon a silver bow. Sleep now, lay the weight aside. The ones who came before you whispering, you alive. This is for my homie Q who lost his brother on a Sunday. This is for my homie D who lost his sister on the runway. This is for the cousins doing time who never write me back. This is for the nephews learning early how to count the lack. This is for the auntie at the kitchen table at dawn with a coffee and a Bible and the prayers nobody found. This is for the grandpa with the medals in the drawer who never told us all about the bodies he saw before. Iron heart lullaby, the song that nobody wrote. Until the night I sat down with my pen and the folded note. Fold this verse into your pocket, take it where you ride. Let it sing you to a calmer dawn on the inside. Iron heart lullaby, sleep now, breathe slow. This the song the soldiers sing when nobody knows. Iron heart lullaby, lay your weapon down, close your eyes, little brother of the iron crown. Sleep now. The night will hold the key. Heart lullaby. Ghost on the block. Ghost on the block. Ghost on the block. Every face a name. Ghost on the block. The saints walk slow. Whoa. Ghost on the block. I see the souls glow. I swear I saw my homie Tony at the corner of the lot, leaning on the street light in the same Raiders jacket he got. I blinked and he was nothing but a shadow on the wall. A neighborhood of phantoms answering when I call. Mrs. Calloway swear she hear her son tap the screen door every rainy Tuesday like he never left the floor. The city built on bones, the politicians won't admit. Every murdered teenager, another brick we never lit. The ghosts ain't scary, the ghosts of family in disguise. The ghosts of everybody we let leave without goodbyes. I walk the boulevard with the spirits at my back. Every alley is a vigil with a candlelit trap. Ghosts on the blocks, the city full of ghosts. Every street light a halo for the brothers we miss most. Ghosts on the block, I see the saints today. The city full of angels, and we just look away. Little Lupe used to sing on the back porch every June, voice like a sparrow flying past the autumn moon. Gangsters at the cookout used to hush when she would sing. Her mama said her voice could make a deacon take a wing. She was caught by a stray, the news called it a tragedy. The block knew it was prophecy, refused by the agency. Now on summer nights when the wind blows just right, I swear I hear her humming from the alley out of sight. The ghosts are not haunting, the ghosts are reminding us that the city been planting names long before the bust. That the asphalt is a graveyard the developers paved. That every gentrified storefront is a story we forgave. Ghost on the block, ghost in the rain. Ghost on the block, every face a name. Ghost on the block, the saints walk slow. Ghost on the block, yeah, I see the souls blow. This ain't a horror movie, this a hymn for the unburied. This a litany for everybody whose memory we married. My Uncle Marvin whistling on the staircase late at night. My auntie Glow cooking gumbo when the kitchen ain't bright. The spirits are the only audit the city ever failed. They count the names, they count the years, they count the prison bail. They count the babies that the ambulance refused. They count the elders that the hospital abused. Ghost on the block, the bookkeeper of the streets. Every shadow keeping legends of incomplete defeats. When I die, I'ma walk these blocks the same as them. A quiet witness for the next ones, threading through the ham. Ghosts on the block,
The city full of ghosts, every street light a halo for the brothers we miss most.
ghosts on the block.
I see the saints today, the city full of angels,
And we just look away.
On the block, the saints still here.
walking with us, whispering in the rear.
The ghosts on the block. I bow to the unseen.
The city of the angels, the city in between.
The city sleep, but the concrete preach. Listen close to what the street lights teach. This is the prophecy, this is the truth. This is the vision they hand to the youth. Concrete prophecy, written in blood. Concrete prophecy, rising from the mud. Concrete prophecy, the gospel of the street. Concrete prophecy, the rhythm of the heartbeat. I was born in a world where the doctors don't smile. Mama working 2 jobs, hadn't seen her in a while. Daddy was a ghost in the stories of the hallway. Brother caught a stray when I was learning how to crawl, see. Education was the bus stop, lessons in the dark. Heard the echo of the gunshots ringing through the park. 12 years old, I was running with the older crew. So the vow, so the dream, didn't know what I was supposed to do. Reverend on the corner with the Bible in his hand said the city was a desert, said we standing on the sand. But the sand was made of memories of brothers we had lost. Every grain of soldier paying the ultimate cost. I was 19 when I first held a microphone. Felt the weight of every voice that the streets had postponed. Now I'm telling the prophecy, the concrete made me know this ain't a song. This is the gospel of the soul. Concrete prophecy, listen to the walls. Every brick a witness, every alley calls. We the children of the asphalt, we the seeds of pain. We the prophets they ignored when we cried in the rain. Yeah, I seen mothers bury sons on a Tuesday afternoon. I seen sisters paint the murals by the light of the moon. I seen no men with the wisdom but no platform to speak. I seen babies carry weapons in their backpacks at week. The system call us criminal, the system call us thug, but the system planted poison in the ground we had to dig. Every law was written by a hand and never bled. Every prison built on bones of the unmarked dead. But we still rise, we still pray, we still build, we still love. We the diamonds in the rough that they've been crushing from above. You can take the body but the spirit stay alive. Like the seed in the concrete, we gon' find a way to thrive. This is the prophecy, this is the proclamation. This is the West Coast voice of an entire generation. The mic is my pulpit, the streets on my page. Every word a revolution, every line a sacred stage. Concrete prophecy, written in blood. Yeah, concrete prophecy, rising from the mud. Concrete prophecy, the gospel of the street. Concrete prophecy, the rhythm of the heartbeat. They would say we glorified what they couldn't understand. They would twist our testimony, they would edit our stand. But the truth is in the rhythm, the truth is in the pain. The truth is in the names of the brothers we sustain. I dedicate this prophecy to the mothers in the projects, to the grandmas at the funerals who never get the respects, to the kids in the foster system writing poems on the wall, to the dreamers in the ghetto that the world cannot stall, to the cousins doing time for the choice they couldn't make, to the heroes on the block that never got to see a break. If the concrete can remember, then the city can be healed. If the voice can reach the broken, then the wound can be revealed. So I stand for everybody that the headlines left behind. Every prayer in the stairwell, every purpose intertwined. This is not the end, this is where we start. Concrete prophecy, carved deep into the heart. Concrete prophecy, we still here.
the dust we.
For every sister that's been carrying the world, for every queen the streets forgot to cradle and unfurl. Carry the weight, carry the crown. Nobody clapping when the queen come down. Carry the weight, carry the load. Carry the city on your shoulders down the road.
My auntie Tasha worked the hospital from dusk till dawn. 3 kids in the apartment with the AC long gone. She never missed a shift, she never missed a parent meet. She carried every burden underneath her tired feet. She taught me how to tie my tie before my prom night. She taught me how to walk away when the room ain't right. She never asked for thanks, she never asked for pause. She carried generations underneath the quiet cars. When she finally slept, the neighborhood lit candles for her name. A queen we never crowned cause the city had no frame. This verse is the coronation we owed her years ago. For every auntie carrying the weight that nobody know.
Lift it up, the weight too heavy and long. Lift it up, you don't carry it home. Lift it up, your shoulders deserve rest. Lift it up, you the queen of the West.
My cousin D at 26 raising her sister's kids. When the system took the mama, D said we don't bid. She quit the second job, she quit the dating app. She rewired her whole future, she ain't taking a nap. She braids the little one's hair every Saturday morning. She drove the older one to therapy without the warning. She held the family together with a prayer in the budget. She carried the weight, the family legend, she would judge it. Nobody throw her parties, nobody send her flowers. She just carry on at midnight in her sweatpants for hours. This song a standing ovation, the kind she never had to count. We owe the queens carrying the weight.
My God, they expect us to be soft, they expect us to be loud, they expect us to be silent in the middle of a crowd. They want a martyr, they want a smile, they want a backbone to steal. They want a mother, they want a mistress, they want a meal. I ain't living in the box that they've been building all my life. I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a doctor with a knife. I cut through the expectations, I cut through the demand. I carry my own weight, I don't need the helping hand. But I lift up my sisters when their shoulders start to bow. We a chorus of survivors, we the queens of the now. Carry the weight, carry the crown. Nobody clapping when the queen come down. Carry the weight, carry the load. Carry the city on your shoulders down the road.
This is for the single mothers raising soldiers in the dawn. This is for the daughters of the fathers who long gone. This is for the wives of incarcerated men writing letters every Sunday with a battle tie pen. This is for the trans sisters fighting for their place. This is for the abuelas keeping the culture in the lace. This is for the
Queens, the queens, the queens, the queens, the queens.
This is for the women who deserve all the wins. Lift the weight together,
Sister, lift the weight tonight. We a constellation rising in the kitchen table light. Lift it up, the weight too heavy alone. Lift it up, you don't carry it home. Lift it up, your shoulders deserve rest. Lift it up, you the queen of the West. Carry the weight, carry the weight. Queens of the city deserve the gown.
yeah. This is the Boulevard of the forgotten. The blocks, the new maps refuse to print. Yeah. They paved the avenue, but they couldn't pave the names. Mr. Hubert at the bus stop with the racing form for games. Miss Gloria selling tamales out the trunk of a car. Little Eddie collecting bottles for the bodega jar. They wanted to be remembered, they wanted to be seen. The Boulevard of the forgotten is where they intervene with the small daily miracles that nobody record, with the kindness that the cameras never get to applaud. I write down the names, cause the city won't do it. Every testimony preserved before the system can ruin. Mr. Hubert never won the racing form prize, but he gave a Korean grocer free advice on his ties. Miss Gloria fed the homeless when her tamales went unsold. Little Eddie split the recycling money with the elders called
Boulevard of the forgotten, the names you never knew, the heroes in the alleys with the work nobody do. Boulevard of the forgotten.
across the freeway, the one they tried to close. Miss Patterson taught 50 years before her last farewell rose. She never made the textbook, she never made the news, but every kid she touched grew up with a different fuse. The doctor at the free clinic on Avalon in 10th worked 20 hours weekends, never missed a single tenth. The bus driver who memorized the names of the regular elders, driving slow on the route to give them time at the welders. These the tiny architects of a city we deserve. The Boulevard of the forgotten where the saints still serve. If they tear down the corner store, the saints will move next door. The holiness ain't in the building, it's in what they pour.
Forgotten, forgotten.
Never by me.
The Boulevard,
The Boulevard. Remember every soul that beat.
forgotten, forgotten. The city denies.
The Boulevard.
Remember every shimmer in the eye.
Yeah. I write this with the elders looking over my shoulder. This Pearl who used to say this song can make a city bolder. Mr. Otis who will lend you 20 till you got back on. No paperwork, no interest, just a handshake at the dawn. The Boulevard of the forgotten kept the city alive. When the politicians left and the developers contrived. We the keepers, we the witness, we the chorus, we the song. For every quiet hero that got wrong, that got along. Don't let the new street signs erase the old. Don't let the granite builders cover up the gold. The gold the elders planted, the gold of every name, the gold the Boulevard remembers in the candle of the flame.
The names you never knew. The heroes in the alleys with the work nobody do. Boulevard of the forgotten. The saints in plain disguise. The city full of legends with no monument to rise. Forgotten, forgotten.
Never by me.
Yeah.
The Boulevard.
Remember every soul that beat. Forgotten, forgotten. City denies.
The Boulevard.
Remember every shimmer in the eye. Boulevard of the forgotten.
The names live on.
In the rhyme, in the breath, in the rising of the dawn.
Yeah. Bullets sing, yeah. Bullets sing the truth that the courtrooms can't admit. Every casing on the asphalt is a sentence they omit. Demarius was 19, a freshman at the JC, writing essays on the boys, dreaming of the family. A straight came through the kitchen at his auntie's on the avenue. They said it was a misfire, the report had nothing new. Demarius left a notebook of the changes he was making. The poems went viral after the body was awakening. Bullets sing the truth, they don't care about your plans. They don't care about your daughter, they don't care about your hands. They don't care about the scholarship, they don't care about the dream. They just sing the broken music of the country's bursting scene. Bullets sing the truth, the truth, the truth, the city band. Every shallow witness against the broken man. Bullets sing the truth, the gospel of the gun. Written in the basement of a country still undone. My cousin Trey kept a tally of every brother gone. He lost the count by 20, he stopped writing it down. He said the math was killing him, he said the math don't lie. He said the math is what they hide from the suburbs in the sky. The bullets sing of broken systems, broken dads, broken roofs, broken promises of a country still unable to be aloof. A country that exports weapons and imports its complicity. A country that counts dollars from the graveyards of velocity. I ain't glorifying nothing, I'm just naming what I seen. I ain't recommending nothing, I'm just reading the obscene. The truth is the truth even when it's sing in the dark. The truth is the truth even when it land in the park. Bullets sing the truth, the truth, the truth, the city band. Every shallow witness against the broken man. Bullets sing the truth, the gospel of the gun. Reeking in the basement of the country still undone. I've been to too many funerals to count them on a hand. I've been a pallbearer 4 times before I could understand. I've been the one that called her mama, I've been the one to wait for the coroner to release the body to the family gate. The bullets sing the truth, and the truth I cannot mute. The truth is in the dollars that the lobbies redistribute. The truth is in the silence of the senators who pose. The truth is in the budget where the violence overflows. Don't tell me it's the rappers, don't tell me it's the rage. The rappers been the messengers, the rappers been the page. The ones who put the weapons on the streets of every block, wear suits to shake their hands and pretend to take stock. Bullets sing, the truth they refuse. Bullets sing, the song they abuse. Bullets sing, the gospel of pain. Bullets sing, country we can't explain. This verse for the merriest, this verse for the lost, this verse for every mama paying the unimaginable cost. This verse for the policy makers behind the gleaming desk who gotta hear the testimony of the casing in the dust. This verse a piece of evidence in the long unfolding case. This verse a single sliver of the unforgiving face. The bullets sing the truth and one day we gon' sing it back with policy and presence in the taking of the slack. Bullets sing the truth, the truth, the truth. The city band. Every shallow witness against the broken man. Bullets sing the truth, the gospel, gospel of the gun. Written in the basement of a country still undone. Bullets sing the city. Listen now. This the testimony of the unfinished vow. Tomorrow ain't promised. Today is all we hold. Tomorrow ain't promised. The future never told. Tomorrow ain't promised. So I write while I breathe. Tomorrow ain't promised. So I love who I leave. I called my grandfather every Wednesday at noon until the Wednesday his number became a silent room. The machine still answered with his voice for 30 days. I kept calling, kept listening, kept memorizing the phrase. He taught me chess on the patio when I was 6 years young. He taught me how to tie a tie when I was 17 long. He taught me the value of a quiet Sunday meal. He taught me that tomorrow is a gift you cannot steal. Now I keep his voicemail on the recording, I won't lose. I play it when the world feel like a mountain, I refuse. Tomorrow ain't promised. The man who raised me knew he lived every day like the only one he pushed through. Love who you got, love them right now. Don't wait for the milestone, don't wait for the wow. Tomorrow ain't promised, the bell could be near. Love like the kitchen lamp that the morning hold dear. I seen friendships fade because we waiting on the right time. I seen lovers lose each other to the slow and silent crime of assumption of the calendar, of the someday in the wink. Tomorrow ain't promised, none of us a king. This verse my apology to the ones I stopped calling. This verse my appreciation to the ones still falling in line with the version of me they decided to stay for. This verse the open letter to the ones I wanna thank more. My auntie who buried the sister but kept making the cake. My cousin who forgave the brother for an unforgivable break. My homie who answered the phone tonight I almost broke. These the ones I'm loving better while the chance is still awoke. Tomorrow ain't promised. Today is all we hold. Tomorrow ain't promised. The future never told. Tomorrow ain't promised. So I ride while I breathe. Tomorrow ain't promised. So I love who I leave. Yeah, if you reading this, if somebody come to mind, don't wait for the perfect words, don't wait for the perfect time. Text the homie, call the auntie, hug the kid in the hallway. Tell your mama what you've been planning to tell us some Sunday. The stage we waiting on is a stage that's never built. The later we promising is the later soaked in guilt. Tomorrow ain't promised, the only one we got is the breath you breathing now in the rhythm of the spot. Let the love be unfinished, let the love be undone. Let the love be the chorus of every setting sun. I'ma keep on calling the ones who still got the phone. Tomorrow ain't promised, but love can still be sown. Love who you got, love them right now. Don't wait for the milestone, don't wait for the wow. Tomorrow ain't promised, the bell could be near. Love like the kitchen lamp at the morning hold dear. Tomorrow ain't promised, the only kind of vow. Love the ones in front of you. Love them now. Soldier of the soil. Yeah. Planted in the pavement. Rising from the cracks of the country's containment. Soldier of the soil. Soldier of the seed, soldier of the soil. The harvest is the deed. Soldier of the soil, no surrender, no retreat. Soldier of the soil. Every block a sovereign street. Yeah. My grandma planted collards in the median by the bus. Nobody asked permission, nobody made a fuss. She said the dirt belonged to whoever feed the city. She said the soil don't answer to the deeds in the committee. She taught me to recognize the spinach from the weed. She taught me how to build a planter from a milk crate breed. She taught me sovereignty is a skill that you grow. She taught me revolution starting seeds you sow. Now I run a lot on the corner where the gas station was. Tomatoes in the kale, the okra and the buzz. The neighborhood feed itself when the grocery turned cold. Soldier of the soil, the harvest of the bowl.
Soldier, soldier,
Soldier of the dirt, growing what we need before the system get to hurt.
soldier, soldier,
Soldier of the sea,
water in the future.
the only language we read. The city tried to bulldoze the light of Compton and Spring. Mims Erling chained herself to the chain link with a sling. 48 hours she stood in the rain and the cold till the council backed down and the deed was officially old. Now the lot got a sign that say Erling's garden. The kids learn the names of the herbs through the open pardon. Mims Erling didn't need a degree, didn't need a press. She just needed conviction in the chain and the dress. Soldier of the soil, the foot soldier of the loam. Every garden a republic, every plot a tiny home. If they gentrify the avenue, we plan on the porch. If they redline the bank, we run the farm with a torch.
Soldier, soil,
Soldier of the seed,
soldier of the soil.
the harvest is the deed.
Soldier of the soil.
No surrender, no retreat.
Soldier of the soil.
Every black sovereign. I dedicate this verse to the ones the textbooks miss. The black farmers run off the land in the segregated abyss. The indigenous keepers of the river and the mound. The migrant workers picking the harvest underground. We a continuum of growers, we a lineage to leads. We 1,000-year inheritance, the empire never thieves. When they freeze the food stamps, we eating from the dirt. When they cut the assistance, we sharing till it hurt. The revolution ain't televised. The revolution in the bowl. The revolution in the chili pie. The revolution in the soul.
Soldier of the soil.
No general, no queen,
Just a
quiet warriors growing what we mean.
soldier, soldier.
Soldier of the dirt, growing what we need before the system gets to hurt.
Soldier, soldier.
Soldier of the sea, water in the future, the only language we raise.
Soldier
Of the soil, the harvest is here. The city full of farmers, year after year.
For my sisters, the ones who held the family up, the ones the world keep forgetting in the cup.
Yeah. My sister Renee was 13 when her mama got sick. She took over the kitchen, she took over the pics. Up at 6 to braid the little one's hair. Walked all 3 of us to school, never showed she scared. Never cried in front of us, never said a single thing when mama needed a medicine in the cabinet. It was thin, Renee got a paper route and the babysitting gig. Kept us in cereal, kept us in the rig. She said, don't worry baby brother, you go on and learn. Let me handle the mountain, you just take your turn. Now I write the songs and travel and the people clap. She still answer every call when the siblings need a rap.
Sister, sister, the queen of my survival. Sister, sister, the unsung revival. Sister, sister, the verse the world won't write. Sister, sister, the one who held the night.
Yeah. My little sister Nikki took the path I never could. Graduated college while I was figuring the wood. She became a social worker in the same hood we from. Fighting for the kids the way Renee fought for some. She handled 80 cases that the city throw away. She write reports at midnight in the kitchen on the tray. She never miss a holiday. She never miss a call. She carry an entire borough on a spine that won't fall. If the city had a medal for the workers in the gap. Nicki need the highest one-to-one with the Laurel rap. This verse of recognition, cause the mayor never came, and the news always cover up the people without names.
For every sister patching every wound she didn't cause, for every sister giving till she questioning the cause. We see you, we honor you, we lift you up tonight. This song the sound of all of us standing in your light. The brothers gotta name us, the brothers gotta show, the brothers gotta carry what we've been carrying low. No more silent sacrifice, no more invisible work. We queens the architecture of the village and the murk. We see you Renee, we see you Nikki, we see you Tasha, we see you Tricky. We see every sister who wiping the tears in the back of the chapel for so many years. Sister, sister, sing it back. Sister, sister, never lose track. Sister, sister, the village is you. Sister, sister, the verse forever true.
This song belong to Renee, this song belong to Nikki. This song belong to every sister tucked behind the picky. This song belong to the auntie at the soup kitchen tray. This song belong to the cousin organizing every May. This song belong to the wives of the men we lost. This song belong to the mothers paying the eternal cost. Lift them up tonight, brother, lift them with the breath. The queens of the village, the architects of the death.
Sister, sister, the queen of my survival. Sister, sister, the unsung revival. Sister, sister, the verse the world won't write. Sister, sister, the one who held the night. Sister, sister, every sister, every name. The verse is for you. The rhyme is your flame.
Blue bandana, folded, yeah. The blue bandana folded in the dresser top drawer. Memories of summers when we didn't know the score. I was 12 when Uncle Reggie tied a bandana to my hand. Said this ain't a flag, this a memory of land. This a piece of cotton soaked in the sweat of my pop who wore it to the factory till the day they made him stop. The bandana ain't the colors, it's a continuum of work, a continuum of cousins who never caught the perk. I tied it on my wrist and I walked the avenue. Nobody bothered me, the elders say the same thing too. They nod and say I look like Reggie when he ran. They nod and say my grandfather wore a similar tan. The bandana is a museum on the body of the boy. Every threaded chapter that the books refuse to deploy.
Bandana memories,
the cotton hold the flame.
every folded chapter of a family's name. Bandana memories,
The silent inheritance.
every thread a story of remarkable persistence.
Uncle Reggie passed when I was 19 and lost. Left me his bandana, the only thing he tossed into my hand the night before the surgery. He refused. Said, this gonna remind you that you never confused. I kept it in the dresser through the years and the moves, through the apartments and the rentals and the busted grooves. When I made my first studio, I tied it to the mic stand. Every song I cut, he stand beside me, hand in hand. The bandana ain't about the game, the bandana about the home, the relatives who came before the field. They had to roam. Reggie, this verse for you and the porch you used to bless. Every time I tie this cotton, I remember less is more, no less, no less, no less.
Bandana, bandana,
Fold the cotton tight,
bandana, bandana,
the heritage in sight.
bandana, bandana,
Never just a hue,
bandana, bandana.
every thread a clue. I seen the news they made about the bandana of the street. They turned a piece of family into a documentary to see. They edit out the grandmas, they edit out the work. They leave us with a stereotype and the dollar of the perk. I ain't letting them define the cotton on my wrist. I ain't letting them rewrite the chapter that I missed. The bandana of the field, the bandana of the meal, the bandana of the auntie sweating on the kitchen seal. This
My reclamation, this my testimony.
the cotton
In the drawer,
the most expensive ceremony.
bandana memories,
The cotton hold the flame.
every folded chapter of a family's name. Bandana memories,
Silent inheritance.
every thread a story of remarkable persistence. Bandana, bandana,
Fold the cotton tight.
bandana,
The
bandana,
heritage in sight.
bandana, bandana,
Never just a hue.
bandana, bandana,
Every thread a clue.
bandana. Bandana memories. Bandana, bandana, bandana,
The dresser drawer key.
bandana, bandana.
The cotton of the family. The cotton of the deep. Yeah. What's the wolves pray? Hey. Yeah. Wolves pray. In the alley behind the church, the wolves still kneel. No collar on the neck, but the hunger that's real. They pray to a God, the city never named. The God who recognized the wounded and unclaimed. I seen them by the dumpster bowing low at dawn. I seen them by the river where the lilies long gone. I seen them in the eyes of the brothers on the corner, whispering the prayer the chaplains never warmer. This ain't the wolf, the storybook describes. This the wolf, the Bible never can scribe. The wolves who walk the city with the scripture in the chest. The wolves who keep the sermon for the soul without the rest. Where the wolves pray, the city listen low. Where the wolves pray, the saints begin to glow. Where the wolves pray, the heaven open wide for the broken and the brilliant who refuse to hide. My cousin Marcus prayed the rosary on the bus. During rush hour, he whispered Hail Marys without fuss. He ain't no monk, he ain't no priest. He just a man who found a discipline the seminary couldn't plant. The wolves who pray ain't the wolves of romance. They ain't the wolves of sermon and circumstance. They the wolves of the early shift, the third shift, and never. They the wolves of the best I vigil that they hold forever. Marcus pray for everybody on the bus he never met. For the driver, for the elder, for the immigrant in the wet. The wolves of the city built a chapel in the lung, a quiet little altar where the prayer can still be sung. Where the wolves pray, the city listen low. Where the wolves pray, the saints begin to glow. Where the wolves pray, the heaven open wide for the broken and the brilliant who refuse to hide. My auntie Bernadine pray over every meal, even at the McDonald's with the cheap unappealing peel. She close her eyes and she bow when she whisper to a God, the one who tastes the fries and the hardship and the low. She say the prayer ain't about the meal, it's about the breath. It's about acknowledging the absence of the death. When we still standing, when we still able to chew, when we still got the company to share the corner too. This is the prayer the suburbs never inherit. This is the gospel the alley made evident. The wolves who pray are the keepers of the unwritten flame, the ones who turn the simple act of breathing in the name. Wolves pray in the back of the lot. Wolves pray, the only thing they got. Wolves pray, the city never seen. Wolves pray, the gospel of the gospel of the green. I ain't telling you what to believe, I ain't selling no creed. I'm just naming the chapel and the smoke and the weed. The chapel on the porch, the chapel on the rail, the chapel in the prison where the cousin's still in hell. The wolves who pray will outlast the temple on the hill. The wolves who pray have always paid the bill. When you walk the city tomorrow and you see somebody bow, don't look away, don't question, just feel the holy now. When the wolves pray, the city listen low. Where the wolves pray, the saints begin to glow. Where the wolves pray, the heaven open wide for the broken and the brilliant who refuse to hide. Wolves still praying in the alley tonight. The city full of saints, and the street lights light. Last phone call, the words I never said. Last phone call, the silence in my head. Last phone call, the hour I forgot. Last phone call, the second that I called. Yeah, My homie Brandon called me Tuesday at 11:38. I was busy with the studios. Said I call him on the gate. Never made it back, never picked the phone. Never heard his voice again. The silent overgrown. They found him by the freeway with the headlights on. The car running quiet, the radio long gone. No note, no message, just the dial tone of his life. And the missed call sitting on my screen like a knife. I listened to the voicemail 72 times. He was just calling to say he was getting through the climbs. He needed somebody to hear him just for a minute or two. I was busy in the studio, the booth I had to go through.
Last phone call, last phone call. The one I never answered, the one that watched me fall. Last phone call, last phone call. If you're reading this, please don't miss the call at all.
Yeah, this song my apology, this song my testimony. This song the unfinished verse of an unfinished symphony. If you out there and your phone ringing tonight, pick it up, brother, listen to the voice in flight. The friend who calling at 11:38 in November might just need to hear that you are willing to remember that his name is on the list of folks you keep alive. That his existence is a verse you keep on rewind. We got too busy chasing the version of ourselves that pop. We forgot the brothers calling from the corner of the lot. This song my reminder, this song my plea. Answer the phone next time, even if you're not free.
Last phone call, the words I never said. Last phone call, the silence in my head. Last phone call, last phone, the hour I forgot. Last phone call, the second that I called.
Granny, this verse for you. The words I held inside, the words I plan to call back with after my busy stride. I loved you, brother. I respected the fight. I saw the pressure underneath your jokes at night. I didn't know how heavy your November had become. I didn't pick up the phone, I didn't see the sun. If there's a guide in the highway where you finally rest, let him tell you the verse I delivered to the west. Let him tell you the song that I wrote with your name. Let him play it on the speaker that the heaven can claim. If I ever pick up another microphone in this earth, it's 'cause your last phone call gave the rest of mine his words.
Last phone call, the one I never answered, the one that watched me fall. Last phone call, last phone. If you're reading this, please don't miss the call at all.
Brandon, brother,
I'm here, I hear you now. Last phone call, the eternal vow.
Rebel of the West, the rebel of the rhyme, the rebel of the system that been killing us in time. Rebel of the West, never been the knee. Rebel of the West, the only kind of beat. Rebel of the West, my mic is my flag. Rebel of the West, my voice is my drag. I was 9 years old when the police kicked our door, looking for my uncle who they couldn't prove no more. They turned the apartment over, they shot it at my mama. They left without an apology, they left without no drama. Mama held my shoulders and she whispered to my ear, don't ever let them tell you what to swallow, what to fear. That night I made a promise to the ceiling and the floor. I'ma be a rebel, I'ma be the open door. I'ma write the verse, the textbook, never gonna print. I'ma sing the song, the radio, never gonna stint. Rebel of the West, the rebel of the kid who remember every time the system slid. Rebel, rebel, the West Coast horn. Rebel, rebel, the country never won. Rebel, rebel, the verse never tamed. Rebel, rebel, the rhyme is the flame. They tried to put me on a label, tried to clean my flow, tried to take the bite out, the message of the no. I walked away from contracts, I walked away from praise. I'd rather rap on the corner with an unbought face. I seen the generation of artists trade the truth for the dollar of a mansion in a Bentley with a roof. I ain't mad at them, but I ain't following the trail. I'd rather eat the truth with my mama at the grill. The rebel of the West ain't about the angry pose. It's about the discipline, the refusing the balls. It's about the choosing of the bread that is real over the imitation. Go to the corporate meal.
Rebel of the West,
Never been the knee.
rebel of the West,
The only kind of beat.
rebel of the West,
My mic is my flag.
rebel of the West.
My voice is my drag. I dedicate this anthem to the rebels in the cage, the political prisoners aging on the page. I dedicate this anthem to the journalists who refuse to print the propaganda the publishers infuse. I dedicate this anthem to the teachers in the room who teach the unauthorized history of the ones the textbooks doom. I dedicate this anthem to the auntie at the council meet who stood up at the microphone and rocked the city seat. This is the rebel chorus, this is the underground choir. This the kingdom of the know, the temple of the higher. The West Coast got a long line of the ones who never bow. When the country come to question, we still standing in the crowd.
Rebel, rebel,
The West Coast horn,
rebel, rebel,
the country never won.
rebel, rebel,
The verse never tamed.
rebel, rebel.
The rhyme is the flame. Rebel of the West. My final declaration. The rhyme my republic. The verse my nation.
Crown of thorns, but I wear it with the song. Every wound a window where the light belongs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. They said I wouldn't make it past the age of 24. They said the streets would close around me like a metal door. I made it to 30. I made it to the stage with a crown of thorns. The system fitted at my age. Every scar stands, every scar chord, every scar piece of testimony I record. I ain't hiding the wounds, I'm holding them up. The crown of thorns, the only crown I trust. The gold crown is for kings, the empire chose. The crown of thorns is for the saints, the empire opposed. I'd rather wear the thorns with the brothers who survived than the polished imitation of the kings who arrived.
crown of thorns,
The king of the unheard,
crown of thorns,
the kingdom of the bird.
crown of thorns,
The only crown that fit,
crown of thorns,
the rhyme that won't submit. Yeah. My auntie wore a crown of thorns when the marriage broke. She carried 3 babies through the wreckage and the smoke. She never asked for help, she never asked for grace. She just got up every morning and she walked into the place. My uncle wore a crown of thorns when he came home from 7 years of silence in the cell block dome. He got a job at the factory, he started over slow. He carried a crown lightly, the only way to grow the crown of thorns. The inheritance of the ones who endure, the ones who don't demand the throne, just demand a cure for the family, for the block, for the unimportant name. The crown of thorns, the only currency in the eternal frame. I did 15 in the federal, came home to nothing left. Mama was already buried, Papa already deaf. I took the crown of thorns and I walked into the world. No press conference, no foundation, no flag unfurled, just me and the asphalt and the second chance. A single mother on the bench with a single glance. We rebuilt from 1,000 pieces, we rebuilt from the bone. The crown of thorns, the only crown I ever own. If you reading this in the hole, in the bunk in the night, I promise you the crown ain't the end. The crown, the light.
crown of thorns,
The saints all worried.
crown of thorns,
The only one we share it. Oh,
crown of thorns,
the king of the rejected.
crown of thorns,
The kingdom resurrected. This verse the coronation of the unanointed, the ones the kingdom of the world disappointed. Lift up the crown of thorns, lift up the kingdom of the brave, the ones who walk the resurrection out the grave. We inherit not the throne, we inherit the bread. We inherit not the title, we inherit the debt. We inherit the wound that taught us to be tender. We inherit the storm that made the soft surrender.
crown of thorns,
The king of the unheard. Oh,
crown of thorns,
the kingdom of the bird. Oh,
crown of thorns,
the only crown that fits. Oh,
crown of thorns,
the ride that won't submit. Oh,
Crown of thorns, eternal coronation, the verse of the saints.
final verse. It's the closing prayer for everybody who walked the album with me there. Until the mic go cold, I'ma write the West Coast hymn. Until the mic go cold, I'ma name what they been dimming. Until the mic go cold, I'ma stand on every corner with the verse my mama hummed when I was just a former. I started this album with a prophecy in concrete. I ended it with the testimony of the beat. Every song a chapter of a city in transition. Every song a love letter to the ones in opposition. The mothers, the rebels, the wolves, the queens, the quiet daily warriors of the unwritten dreams. If the mic goes cold tomorrow, this album the proof that I was here for the West Coast to witness the truth.
Until the mic go cold,
I'm the voice of the blind. Yeah.
until the mic go cold, until the mic go cold.
I'm the keeper of the clock. Oh,
until the mic go cold,
I'ma sing your name until the mic go cold. I'm a fan, the eternal flame. Yeah, I dedicate this final song to every listener tonight. The ones who press play, the ones who held the light, the ones in the kitchen, the ones in the car, the ones in the cell who can hear me from afar. You the reason the mic stay warm. You the reason it sing. You the reason the West Coast is in eternal spring. We a community of listeners. We a chorus of survivors. We a multitude of voices, the rivers and the divers. If this is the only album I ever release, let it be the seed for the verses you compose with peace. Let it be the spark for the city you defend. Let it be the friendship that the empire never amends.
until the mic go cold,
I'm the voice of the blind. Until the mic go cold,
until the mic go cold,
I'm the keeper of the clock.
until the mic go cold,
I'ma sing your name until the mic go cold. I'm a fan, the eternal flame. Yeah. The mic gonna go cold one day, that's the truth. Every rapper, every poet, every voice in the booth. But the songs stay alive in there to the kid who memorized the verse on the bus before the lid. The mic go cold, but the rhyme stay warm. And the longer the listener, let the song transform.
the mic go cold,
The rhyme go on.
the mic go cold,
The dawn still dawn.
the mic go cold,
The city still sing.
the mic go cold,
The West Coast swing. For my mama, for Renee, for Nikki, for the cousins gone, for Marcus, for Brandon, for the names of the dawn, for the readers in the prison, for the dreamers on the freeway, for the wolves who pray, for the queens of the runway, for the soldiers of the soil, for the ghosts on the block, for the rebels of the West, for the keepers of the lock. It's the final breath I exhale into the speaker. It's the final blessing of the eternal seeker. Until the mic go cold, until the city sleep, until the country settle into a different keep. I'ma be the voice that the Boulevard remember. I'ma be the warmth in the longest December.
until the mic go cold,
I'm the voice of the black.
until the mic go cold,
I'm the keeper of the clock.
until the mic go cold,
I'ma sing your name.
until the mic go cold,
I'ma fan the eternal flame.
until
The mic go cold. The West Coast eternal. It's the gospel of the city. The verse of the dire.